Hey guys, this is Tim, and I'm going to give you my 4 steps to creating a 6-figure online coaching business. So as you know, I run a company called Live Your Freedom, and for the past year, we've been helping people all around the world attain financial freedom by leaving their 9-to-5 jobs and creating something that I call a quantum business. This is an online-based business where you coach people, you provide a service, and your money is not locked into being in a specific location. So this could manifest in having passive income as a coach. This could manifest in doing it full time, making $5,000 to $10,000 or more dollars per month as an online coach. This is what we do in our business. We teach people how to go from the 9-to-5 lifestyle, working as maybe a lawyer, or working in finance, or working as a fitness instructor, someone who has to go into work, someone who has a talent and a skill to offer in any niche, not any niche, but most niches, and teach them how to run that as an online coaching business where they help other people, they provide value to other people, and they use their skills to get paid recurring amounts of money without fear or anxiety about how to do it. So in this video, I'm going to give you the 4 steps to actually creating an online business, an online coaching business, the way that I did in my own life as a coach. And this was a process that took time. This video is not a get rich easy step-by-step process. This is not something that you can do in one day. This is not something you can even do in a month. You can get some results in a month, but you're not going to have this whole process figured out in a month. This took me years of hard work and dedication to get to this point of success in my life. Now I'm here and I'm still growing more than ever. I'm not at where I fully want to be, but I'm doing this full time. We are a $100,000 company and I'm able to help people all over the world get success. So I want to tell you my process of how I got here. And more importantly, I'm not just going to share with you my story. In fact, I'm not going to really share with you my story at all. There's going to be other videos for that. What I'm going to do is give you the steps, 4 specific steps, kind of the categories, the basic skeleton process that you need to actually start this on your own today. Because I truly think that anybody can do it. Not necessarily anybody, but if you're a good communicator, if you have a good heart, if you are talented, and you have a skill to offer an impact that you could solve a problem in the world, I think that you can do this. So I'm going to give you the formula for making this happen. Let's get into it right now. Okay, we're going to get into it right now. Before I get into the first step though, I want to ask you that if you think that this kind of teaching, this kind of coaching is something that you need in your life and something you want to hear more of, go ahead and subscribe so you can get notified of when I post new content. Like, I literally mean it. Press the subscribe button right now. Go ahead and give a thumbs up. That's the only thing I'm asking for you. I'm going to teach you this completely for free. I'm not going to sell you anything. I'm going to teach you literally the step-by-step process, give you these 4 steps right now that you could use today. But subscribe, because I'm going to be teaching a lot more of this content in the future. I'm going to be giving you a lot more free coaching here on this platform, on this YouTube channel, and I want to make sure that other people can see it. So when you subscribe, 1, you get notified, and 2, other people can see this and use it for their own lives. Okay, let's get into this. Number 1 is you have to create a solution, and not just any solution. You have to create a very targeted solution. Something that we've noticed in our business as we work with clients and we help people build their quantum business is that a lot of times people want to coach, they want to provide a service, but they're not aware of the solution that they're providing. And when I say the solution, let's pretend that you're someone who works in fitness, right? You're a fitness trainer, you are good at coaching people on how to live their best, most healthy lives. And let's say what happens is you interact with the world, you interact with people, and you have this great vision, you have this great mission of what you want to do. I had a guy, we just finished a onboarding call, a discovery call with him the other day where we talked about this. He has all these things that he wants to do in the world, and he's helping people. People love working out with him. They learn so much by working out with him, but he doesn't really understand what problem he's solving. To him, in his mind, he just is helping people work out because he's good at what he does, and he's helping people work out because that's what he's passionate about. But he hasn't identified what's the problem that he's solving. So in order to create a solution, you need to identify a problem. So let's say for a fitness trainer, what the problem you'd be solving would be, 1, someone's unhappy with the way they look in their body, right? Maybe another problem with that is that they're not happy about how they go through the world and how they feel every day when they wake up. Maybe they feel uninspired and they feel like they're not as attractive as people that are around them. Maybe they're afraid that they're going to be unhealthy healthy and not be as fit as they could be. Maybe they want to use fitness. Maybe if they're a guy, they want to get more girls or have a better dating life. I know for me, being fit, that was a big part of my life. Even now, I'm married, but I still want to look good for people around me. When I go to the gym, it's very competitive. So in my own head, I'm saying, how can I look as good as everyone around me, right? So these are 4 problems that could come up. What's the solution? So one of those solutions is by you working out with me and you getting trained by me, right? This is the solution. Me giving my training to you, you're going to feel just as attractive or more attractive as everyone around you. 2, you're going to have increased confidence in your social life, increased confidence in your day-to-day life. 3, maybe if you're a guy, let's say he's talking to you want to work with some guys, you're going to feel more dominant and you're going to feel like you have more authority when you're out and you can hold your own while you're socializing or while you're out in a place like that. Maybe if you're a woman, you're going to feel like you're more empowered and stronger and healthier, and you're going to wake up with a bigger sense of confidence because your body is your own. There's so many reasons. Maybe for an older person, you're going to go through life with the understanding that you're healthy and that you're creating a very, very healthy future for yourself. And when you're 50, 60, you're not going to be broken down because of unhealthy habits. These things that I mentioned are an example of solutions. So before you can create a quantum business, an online business that's a full-time successful business, you have to find out what's the problem that you're solving. It's something that we call the problem to outcome pathway. Here's how you can do this. I'll give you a little exercise. We'll put a little bit of a graph here up on the screen right now. On one side, you have a problem, right? The one side is the problem. The other side is the outcome. What's the new kind of life that you're going to have when you solve this problem, which is your client? What's the new life they're going to have? And in the middle, you have the solution. And who provides the solution? You. You provide the solution. So in our business, what's the problem? People are unfulfilled working at the job they're doing. They're working way too many hours. Someone else is telling them how much they can get paid, and there's very little upside in how they can grow in their job. What's the outcome? A life of financial freedom, which they may already have because maybe they're making a good salary. A lot of our clients are doing well financially, but maybe they have money on their own terms and they're creating a huge impact in the world and working with the hours that they decide. What's the middle? What's the solution? The things that we're going to go over here, which is my system, which is the method we teach, right? So the problem to outcome pathway. One is the problem, the middle is the solution, and then there's the outcome. Now you can create a list of these things and they can all be identified with each other. So let's say problem number 1, not enough, like no sales. No one cares about what you have to teach, right? What's the outcome? What would the change of that be? Everyone cares about what you have to teach. People are reaching out to you and chasing you down to have conversations with you. That's the outcome, right? What's the pathway or what's the solution in the middle? The solution would be creating content that leaves an impact and has people buy in, right? Problem to outcome pathway. We'll go with the fitness trainer example again. Let's say you're a female fitness trainer and your clientele are moms, people that are really busy moms and that are working, and moms that are really busy, but you want to mentor them and help them be fit and healthy. Let's use that as an example. What's problem number 1? Not enough time. They don't have enough time and they can't find time to be fit. What's the outcome that you would want to help them with? How would you get them to an outcome? Forget what it is, but what is the outcome that they would have after working with you? The outcome is they'd have way more focus in their lives to commit time to actually working out and time to be healthy. And they would find the time to do it where being healthy doesn't feel like a problem anymore. Being healthy doesn't feel like it takes lots of work, where it's effortless for them to be healthy. That's the outcome, right? A new feeling, a new reality where they feel like they can be healthy all the time. You can even go deeper on that outcome, by the way. What happens if that happens? Then maybe they have a sense of fulfillment and they have more room to love their kids more, or to be with their husband more, or to be with their partners more, because they're more engaged and being fit and healthy, so they feel good in their mind. What's the solution? Whatever your online program is, whatever your coaching offer is, that's the solution. That's the gap. So it's called the problem to outcome pathway. Again, we'll put a little graph here on the screen, and you can create this for yourself. Just go on Google Drive, you can create a document and make a little spreadsheet of what's the problem, what's the solution, and what's the outcome. And you can go down a list. Start with the problems. Problem number 1, problem number 2, problem number 3. What's the outcomes? Outcome number 1, outcome number 2, number 3, and then the solution. Solution 1, solution 2, solution 3. This is how you build your model of coaching. I did mine a little bit of a different way, but we kind of go deep into that in the work we do. But this is super powerful and you can use it right now. The problem to outcome pathway, really, really powerful. Part number 2 is you have to identify the benefits. So again, you have this solution that you're going to create based on a problem, based on an outcome. You create the solution, but you need to identify the benefits. And there's something that we call painting the dream. My mentor, Caleb Lasaw, talks a lot about this. It's where you paint the dream of where your clients want to be. And this is how you identify the benefits. So a lot of times in business, this is an old sales technique. A lot of times in business, we tend to make the mistake of focusing on the features of our offer, right? Like you get this many sessions, you're gonna do this many hours of work, you're gonna get this bonus program, but we don't actually focus on the benefits of how the life is gonna change after they go through this work, right? What are the benefits? How do you change your life as a result? So I used to coach dating. That was my niche before, or I guess you would call it niche. I still don't know how to say that word. I need to Google it. But that was my niche, right? Which was dating. I used to teach guys how to be confident, how to have dating success, how to live a life of abundance with dating, how to have multiple options and have women actually care about them and take them seriously. So for me, what the big benefit that a lot of guys had was, one, it saved them a lot of time and pain with dating, because a lot of men would go out and try to go on date after date after date, and they would waste so much time with girls that either weren't into them or girls that wouldn't take them seriously and would kind of be flaky, and that would all happen. But we identified, what are the benefits when you go through my program? What happens when you go through my coaching? How do things change for you? What changes is that you understand that the way you interact with the world and interact with people is different, and now you can save time and have a better dating life. That's the benefit. Another benefit is that you have options and you have women that actually want to spend time with you and people that care about you that you can build something with, right? Those are the benefits. Whereas the features of the program were, we'll do 3 months of work. We're gonna have 4 sessions a month. 1 week we'll have every session. The session lasts for an hour. I'm gonna give you lots of tech support. The features of the program don't matter at all. They do matter to an extent, and some people need to hear that to get them on over the hump of actually saying, this is a person I wanna work with. But before you go into the features, you need to figure out the benefits. And this is what we say, paint the dream. What kind of life could you have if you go through my program, if you go through my coaching? How could your life change? What would it look like? It's one of the deepest sales principles you could ever understand. Understanding how to paint a dream for people, this very, very high level dream, is super, super important. Okay, principle number 2. So don't forget, we had create a solution. Part of that was the problem to outcome pathway. And then number 2 was identify the benefits, not the features. Okay, the second part to this is create an offer. So after you create a solution, right, to get people to a certain outcome, so you have your problem, you have your outcome, and then you have a solution, the next thing you need to do is create an offer. And an offer is where you create some kind of program. You literally create a step-by-step program around this solution. Now, what I like to do is my programs last for 6 months, because that's usually the amount of time I've seen it takes to really have someone stick with long-term change. Sometimes I'll do 8 months on my programs as well. Depends on what I feel my client needs from me. But I usually have a 6 to 8 month program where we do long-term work together. That's part of my offer. So we do that amount of work, and there's a curriculum that we go down that has certain features, certain benefits, certain things that they're going to be working on with me. There's a structure to the program. So you need to create an offer. What's the kind of program you could create today that you could even give to yourself that would get you the result that you wish you could have had 5, 6, or 7 years ago before you're at the place you are now, right? What is your offer? That's the next step. There's 2 ways to build a really good offer. There's 2 things you should do to get people to buy into the offer, at least I would say. We're not going to get so much into building the offer here, but I'll tell you how to get people to buy into it, because creating the offer is a whole nother video. We're going to have some coaching on that probably next week. But number 1 is build a free mechanism to educate people. That's super, super important. You need to build a mechanism. And by mechanism, I mean build some kind of system, some kind of free system that you give out to educate people. Now, this system can have a paid version as well, right? So me, for example, one of my mechanisms is something I call diamond level content. And I created a free boot camp, and I'm gonna create a big webinar about that mechanism. That mechanism I'm giving away completely for free. Now, there's much bigger parts of it, of course, that when people pay me and invest in, they learn my whole process, my whole system, and we do work together, and I basically get them the exact same result that I've had, right? But before that, I'm still giving something away for free. So I give people a free mechanism to educate people. This could come in the form of some kind of webinar. It could come in the form of some kind of teaching where you do some manifesto online and you break down with some cool visuals and graphs of how people can get results. This could come in the form of an ebook. You write down 50 pages of something you give away for free, showing what you're good at, showing what your, what your mechanism is of how people get a result. You could have something in terms of maybe some kind of free coaching. I usually try to stay away from coaching people for free. I never do that now. But at the beginning, you may want to do some kind of free group coaching thing where you have people in a Facebook group and they learn for free. This could come in the form of a challenge, right? That's a version of the coaching where you do a series of videos and give people some free coaching for the span of 28 days. And then towards the end, you make a big pitch for your offer, right? But you start off with some free mechanism, and the word mechanism is very important. I'm not saying give something for free, like a book on how to do this. Give them your mechanism, give them your system, give them that for free. Give them a little intro into the system, tell them how their lives is gonna change using it. Give them something for real. Don't just hold back like you have to pay me if you wanna learn. There's so much free info out there. Trust me, if someone's gonna pay you, it's gonna be worth it. There's so much competition out there. You holding a lot back and saying, I'm not gonna give away everything. You just don't have time to give away everything for free. So don't be worried that you're gonna give away too much for free. The second thing that's part of creating an offer is you have to have a call to action. This is huge, and this is one of the biggest changes for our business, why our first product that we launched in 2018, my first dating product ever, made us actually a six-figure company. We sold thousands of dollars worth of product of an online course, and it was super successful. The reason is because I followed this step-by-step process. Number one is I created a free mechanism. The free mechanism I created was I gave really exclusive emails to people talking about my dating life and the experiences I was having. So I sent them to that page, they registered, they signed up, and every 2 days, every 3 days, I would send them a really exclusive private email talking about a dating experience I had in a way that I grew in my life. These are things that I wasn't putting out online anywhere else. Then what I did is I created a call to action. So a call to action essentially means when you read my content or when you read my free coaching, do this thing. This thing is what you should do next. For example, I'm gonna have a call to action at the end of this video. You can see how I do it if you wanna stick around to the end. I'm gonna show you my call to action because I'm gonna give it to you, and some people will do that. Some people will join in this call to action, will actually follow it, will actually do the call to action, and then you'll be able to help them. You'll be able to jump on a call with them and see what happens, right? But you have to have call to actions. Now, the call to action I like to use is hopping on a discovery call. Sometimes if I'm charging really for a cheaper program, something that's not very pricey, something that's maybe I'm not helping people with so much, something that's just online, I'll give them the call to action to go to a video that I have online that educates them into how this product or this program I have could help them. That's how I launched my first online course. The call to action I had wasn't for a call with me. The call to action was just for an online course that was sitting on a web page with a bunch of really helpful information about the benefits and how it could change their lives. And people went to that page because I told them to go there, and then they bought the course. Not everyone bought, but I think maybe 10% of the people who went to the page bought, or 15%. It was a very high conversion rate because it was a very quality course I was offering. So you have to have a call to action. This is how you have people to buy into your offer. So first, give away something for free. Something where people give you their email, something where people give you their attention and say, I want to talk to you. I want to listen to what you have to say. And then once they start listening, give them a call to action. Tell them what to do inside of this free mechanism. So in the free mechanism, say, if you want me to help you with this thing, hop on a call. If you want me to help you grow in this way, check out this huge course I designed that goes over everything you need to learn, right? Your offer has two parts: the mechanism, which is your special way of getting someone a result, your solution, and then you have the call to action, right? Number 3, the third principle is create a tribe. So after you give people this call to action, and after you have people starting to get on calls with you, after you give people your offer, and this is why it helps to get very good at sales. This is something we go over in our incubator program. I teach people actually how to sell really well. It's a concept we call emotional sales. But after you get good at sales and you understand how to sell people properly, the next steps is you want to create a tribe. So I created my own tribe. I have an email list that has about 2,000 members. I've had a Facebook group. I've had 2 Facebook groups with a total of 2,000 members, or I think 2,500 members in my groups now. I had a YouTube channel. It's still active, but I don't really use it so much. A YouTube channel that has close to 10,000 subscribers, or had close to 10,000 subscribers before we transitioned into another business. And I have a tribe, right? I have people that are in my community that follow me, who look at what I do and what I put out. It's important that you create a tribe. One of the easiest ways to create a tribe is offer something for free, some kind of group membership, where it's a Facebook group, or some kind of email membership, right? Where you give people a free offer and they buy into that offer, that mechanism, and they can join your tribe. There's 2 parts to having a tribe that's very successful and that's very effective and that people really want to be a part of. Number 1 is people need to understand that your tribe is a safe space. right? Your tribe has to be a safe space. Here in my notes I have build a safe space community. So everyone who's joined my Facebook groups, everyone who's joined the groups that I've done, and we're about to launch actually another really private Facebook group for people that want to grow in this. It's completely free, but I don't have that now, so I'm not offering it. But there's a community that I create where people understand that when they're in this community, it's a safe space where they can grow, they can learn, they can be vulnerable, and they can really just be themselves, and they can talk about their struggles, their pains, their fears, and there's no judgment from me or the other instructors that are in the group. This is the safe space, and it's really, really powerful to have this. You want to create a safe space community. Number 2 is you want to design content for that community. So I have a lot of info out there on how to create very high impact content. That's actually my strength in my business. The content that I create, the teaching that I make is really, really quality. So if you want to check that out, you can look at so many free things I have online about how to create high quality content. But you design content for a specific community. So the community you have, what do they need to hear from you? What kind of language do you have to speak? What kind of triggers do you have to use to have them buy in? This is all really important stuff. So you create a tribe by one, building a safe space. People understand when I come here, I belong to this person in terms of my emotions. I can just give it all and leave it at the door when I'm in this group. I can be super vulnerable. I can respond to his emails or her emails with real shit. I make sure that my group knows that from me. I promote that in the comments. In the comments of my group, I'm always interacting with people and saying, share, give. How can you help? How can we help you? How can I help you grow? Right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is design some content for that community, right? Designing content for a community is really important. Make sure that when you create for your community, you speak the language that they understand. A lot of content creators nowadays don't actually speak language that their community is going to understand. Instead, what they do is they have a bunch of content that just gives a bunch of information, but they don't speak in terms of the community's passion and the community's understanding. When I speak to my audience, like I'm doing here, I speak in a language that you understand. I don't speak within my own head and within my own knowledge and within my complicated funnels and the theories and mechanisms and all the stuff that makes my business work. I speak with how you understand. Maybe you're an aspiring entrepreneur, or you're starting off coach, you have a job and you want to be able to coach full time, right? This is the kind of language you understand. So create content for this community. Number 4, create a system. This is where it gets really fun. So after you go through the first 3 steps, you should have some sales. You should be having sales where people are paying you monthly income, where they pay you on a contract every month income for you to coach them, for you to help them, and for you to build with them. You have to create a system where you have people coming into your flow, as it were, or your funnel, which is a common term in business, where people keep coming back and you don't have to touch this system always. So an example of this kind of system is using the website Kajabi. And I don't have any affiliate with them. In the future, I probably will. But right now I have no affiliate. So if you go to Kajabi and try it out, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not getting paid anything for this. They have no idea who I am. But I use this site, for example, for our business. And I have a video that sits on Kajabi, and all the people who I talk to, or people who watch videos of mine, can go to that video, look at me, talk about what I do, what I offer, and it's a free video, some free training, and then they set up a call with me. They buy into my system, right? So you should have systems in place where you can repeat this process, where people understand your problem to outcome pathway. People can see that from you. They also understand your offer, your free offer, which leads to a paid offer eventually. And then they understand your tribe. They understand the tribe you have. And you can bring this out in a conversation or in an email, but there needs to be a system somewhere. There's different platforms that help for this. Like I said, Kajabi is what we use now. I used to use ClickFunnels in my business, and we are switching over from ClickFunnels to Kajabi. Another big system that I use is Calendly for booking all my calendar appointments. But I have systems in place. I use MailChimp for a lot of my emails. I have these systems in place where people just come directly to me, and I'm not talking to all of them, but they come directly to me through my content. They come to me through email. They send me an email maybe, or they shoot me a Facebook message, or they see some of my videos out, and there's direction. There's places to go. So you go to this landing page, you see this video from me, and there's a ways to get in contact with me. And often when they get in contact with me, that leads to them paying me for my services. This is the funnel I use. This is the process of building a 6-figure online coaching business. Now, there's a lot more stuff you can do in this process. There's many more, specific methods and specific ways to getting the results really, really simple. Ways that I use to build my own business, ways that I use to build a successful coaching business, things that you can use as well. So here's my offer to you. Here's again my free offer. If you want, there's 2 things I need you to do. Number 1, subscribe if you haven't done that already. So if you like this video, subscribe. Number 2 is, If you want me to help you with this, and if you want us to game plan a 3-step system and formula that you can use actually in your business right now or in your aspiring coaching business to do it full time in 6 months or less, what you can do is shoot me a message in the description below. There's a link. You can shoot me a message and set up a call with me on my calendar directly where we're gonna talk personally. It's gonna be me and you, no one else. I don't have a team of coaches who you're gonna talk to. It's gonna be me and you directly, and we're gonna game plan on this quantum discovery call how you can actually come up with a 3-part system to finding your offer, a 3-part system to finding a solution, and a 3-part system to building out your system so you can actually get some clients and start using your skills and your teaching full time. Because I'm sure you have the skills, I'm sure you have the passion. It's just knowing how to have people pay you and take you seriously for it. Not everyone can do this, honestly. Some people we turn away. Some calls I'm gonna turn away. Some people I feel are not gonna be able to do this. And if that happens to be you, I'll tell you and I'll say, hey, I don't think it's a fit right now, but come back and try another application later in the future when you're in a different place. But if I think you're a good fit for this call, apply for it and we'll see if you're a good fit. And if you are, we're gonna hop on the phone and we're gonna build a 3-part system for you for how you can grow. It's completely free. There's no strings attached to this call. Jump on it, the link is down in the description. But otherwise, I just wanted you guys to know that this 4-part process, it sounds simple, right? But what I like to say, I used to say this about dating and I say the same thing about business. Business is very, very simple. It's not easy. I won't say it's easy. It took me years of trial and error. I was broke for 2 years because I didn't have the right systems in place. I didn't have anyone mentoring me. I didn't have any accountability. Now I have an incredible business coach and a host of other mentors who literally mentor me weekly and monthly and show me how to build my company, show me how to build my business. And now I want to give that to other people. So we can start for free on a discovery call and then we'll see what happens from there. But thanks guys for watching. This is my 4-step system to creating a 6-figure online coaching business. If you have more questions about it, pop them in the comments below. I'm gonna respond to all the comments and literally give you free coaching down below, or we'll talk on a discovery call, or both. You are an amazing person, and by the fact you're watching this, it means you're 1 step closer to growing. Talk to you guys in the next one.